Tonight on the Maui Daily, a Maui murder suspect awaits trial in jail for 6 years. Māʻalaea boaters demand better security after break-ins. Trump's tariffs drive up the cost of a new West Maui fire station. And scientists unlock the DNA of an extinct lanai bird. Plus, federal regulators set their sights on robot vacuums. These stories and more right now. Aloha, welcome to the Maui Daily for Thursday, August 27th, 2026. I'm Joe Abella. A Maui man who has spent 6 years in custody awaiting trial in the 2020 killing of 20-year-old Keenan Blair is speaking publicly about the case. William Douglas Allen was indicted on second-degree murder, kidnapping, and first-degree arson charges after Blair was found severely beaten on February 1st, 2020, and Blair's vehicle was later found burned. Allen provided Hawaii News Now with documents that he says came from discovery that he claims shows serious discrepancies. Court records show Allen's case was previously dismissed and later brought again. Maui County Prosecuting Attorney Andrew Martin said they do not comment publicly on evidence in a pending case. Allen's next court appearance is scheduled for October, with trial in November. Public safety officials report 14 drownings so far this year, all at beaches without lifeguards. Ocean Safety has been using roving patrols during hurricanes and high surf events and is seeking approval for additional staffing when needed. Firefighters are also adapting to the growing challenge of lithium-ion battery fires, while officials work through how damaged batteries and vehicles can be safely handled, transported, and stored because of the risk of reignition. This week, Maui firefighters contained a half-acre brush fire between Waiko Road and Kuhilani Highway Tuesday night after navigating difficult access to reach the flames. One man was treated for smoke inhalation. The cause remains undetermined. The long-awaited Olowalu fire station is facing at least $242,000 in added costs after U.S. tariffs increased the price of steel components being supplied by a Canadian company. The roughly $3 million community-funded fire station will be located in Mauka of Honoapi'ilani Highway in Olowalu. Community advocates have pushed for a station in this area since a destructive 2018 wildfire. Congresswoman Jill Takuta's office is among those exploring whether the public safety project could qualify for tariff relief. Construction is currently paused while awaiting a key inspection, and the project could now stretch into early 2027. Māʻalaea harbor boaters are again calling for overnight security and surveillance cameras after a string of burglaries caused tens of thousands of dollars in losses. The fishing vessel Rod Bender reportedly lost about $15,000 in rods, reels, and tools Monday night, while the Musubi lost roughly $20,000 in fishing gear in a break-in last week. The problem isn't new. Boat operators made similar pleas in 2023 when the state said it had no plans to install security or cameras at Māʻalaea. Boaters argue they pay harbor and slip fees and want better protection, while DLNR says it is aware of the latest incidents and is working with Maui police. Maui County will hold 4 community meetings next month as it explores continued ferry service between Maui and Lanai, with eventual expansion to Molokaʻi. Meetings are scheduled September 15th in Wailuku, September 16th in Lahaina, September 17th on Molokaʻi, and September 19th on Lanai. Public input will help guide a state-required environmental assessment examining continued Lanai service, potential vessel acquisition, and expansion to Molokaʻi. Residents may provide feedback and suggestions for the environmental study by emailing public.transit@mauicounty.gov. More than a century after the Lanai Hookbill disappeared, scientists have recovered the genome of the extinct Hawaiian honeycreeper from its only known specimen housed at Bishop Museum. Advances in ancient DNA technology allowed researchers to reconstruct its genome and confirm the specimen was female. Researchers also found evidence that the Lanai Hookbill hybridized with other Hawaiian bird species, offering new clues about the evolution of Hawaii's unique honeycreepers. Over on Molokaʻi, following the viral case involving Maui monk seal Lani and a visitor now federally charged with harassing her, another endangered seal is getting attention for happier reasons. RU99, nicknamed Lino Boy, was rescued as an abandoned 2-week-old pup last year, rehabilitated on Hawaiʻi Island, and then released back on Molokaʻi in April. He has since repeatedly laid out in the sun around Kapa'akea residents' beachfront property, becoming a big hit on social media. Conservationists hope his unexpected celebrity can help change attitudes toward the endangered species on Molokaʻi. There is still no word on the cause of the underground fire that shut down Molokaʻi's port of Kaunakakai earlier this month. The August 3rd fire cut power and internet as well as disrupted Young Brothers cargo operations before service was restored and the harbor reopened. The port was forced to close again less than 2 weeks later during Tropical Cyclone Lala due to stormy conditions. Young Brothers currently lists no active disruption at Kaunakakai, and no public investigative findings on the cause of that underground fire have been released. A brand new, roughly 375-foot super yacht recently made the rounds through Hawaii waters, with sightings all around Maui Nui. Nausicaa, reportedly owned by Japanese billionaire and art collector Yusaku Maezawa, drew plenty of resident commentary online, including concerns on Molokaʻi about what a vessel that size could mean for fragile marine resources. DLNR said it had received no reports of illegal charters or violations of state regulations while the yacht was in Hawaii waters. Sounds nice. From mega yachts to mega settlements, Hawaii could receive up to $76 million from a landmark multi-state settlement with Meta over allegations that Facebook and Instagram harmed young users and improperly collected children's data. Hawaii Attorney General Ann Lopez joined the case against Meta in 2023. Under the settlement, children's Facebook and Instagram use will face a combined 2-hour daily limit, midnight to 6 a.m. blocks, restricted school hour notifications, and stronger age verification with parental controls. Meta denies wrongdoing, and the settlement still requires court approval. Despite all that happening, the FCC has declared war on robot vacuums, new foreign-produced advanced robotic devices, a category that includes many robot vacuums, pool cleaners, and robotic lawnmowers, can no longer receive routine FCC authorization due to national security concerns. Models already authorized can still be sold, and the one currently eating your phone charger is perfectly safe to keep using. Meanwhile, if you're wondering why the FCC has time to regulate robot vacuums while public media stations continue fighting for survival, well, that's a different kind of cleanup.
Hawaii has been pretty good over the years at preserving open space and was one of the first and only states to protect electronic green space by requiring community access cable television channels by law in every county.
Aloha. Thank you for joining us here in Hawaii, where we are proud and fortunate to have a vibrant community media network of public access channels.
A place you can trust, where you don't have to log in, be subject to censorship, manipulation by hidden algorithms, or have your personal data compromised.
On April 27, 2011, Governor Abercrombie signs a bill to protect public access.
Done.
Absent the capacity, the desire, the determination of Akakū and its brothers and sisters all across the rest of the state, we wouldn't have this opportunity to be able to get information and perspective and discussion out there, and you don't want to let it go.
But today's DCCA is more than happy to let it go. The People's Electronic Commons is now in process of being defunded by the Hawaii Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs in partnership with their corporate masters they're so eager to serve, Spectrum. And on April 2nd, DCCA ignored nearly unanimous opposition from hundreds of Maui Nui residents.
We're under the assumption you work for us, and that doesn't seem to be the case right now.
And dropped a 15-year franchise renewal for Spectrum on Maui County, cutting millions from Akakū's bottom line. And DCCA is not done. Naleo on Hawaii Island and Alelo on Oahu are next to get the axe. The fight is not over. Akakū and our esteemed colleagues will continue to fight this gross betrayal of a public trust. The question now is whether or not our elected officials will listen and act to undo this travesty. This is an election year, after all. Why don't you ask them?
There's never a better time than now to read more books. An 11-year-old California girl has donated 2,600 books to Maui over the past 3 years to help libraries recover from the Lahaina wildfire. Maddie Elner began collecting books in her hometown after the fire destroyed Lahaina's public library, bringing them to Maui during her family's annual visits. Her latest donation included 500 books, with many headed to a temporary Lahaina distribution site. Teachers can also receive boxes of donated books for free, as Elner says she plans to continue the effort. It's been a busy week at Maui Humane Society, where 27 animals found their forever homes. But the shelter also urgently needs foster homes for kittens receiving treatment and donations of large airline-approved kennels for its Wings of Aloha program. Maui Humane Society has also partnered with Hui Noiao Visual Arts Center, Keiki Summer Campers to turn photos of local pets into colorful portraits, with public voting open through August 31st. And in a Beachbody success story, one visiting family took home more than pineapple. They adopted Mizu after falling in love with her during their outing. But there are still plenty of animals waiting for that same happy ending, including this week's Maui Humane Society Pet of the Week.
Aloha kako. Sweet Boy is Maui Humane Society's Pet of the Week. And yes, his name is 100% accurate. He really is a sweet boy. Sweet Boy loves treats, affection, playtime, and pretty much anything that involves spending time with people. He is a big fan of love and cuddles, and will happily soak up attention all day long. Sweet Boy also enjoys making friends with other pups, especially ones who can keep up with his playful energy. And let's be honest, have you seen how handsome he is? More than anything, Sweet Boy misses having a person to love on 24/7. He has so much love to give, and can't wait to share it with someone who will appreciate his silly, playful, affectionate personality.
That's it for today's Maui Daily. Mahalo for joining us. This is how we stay connected. Remember to visit our Akakū YouTube channel and the free Maui Stream app. I'm Joe Abella. Drive safely and have a great night. Aloha.